Hello and welcome back to Leap of Faith Life. My name is Azar and I'm so glad you're here today to check out Kalesvara Mudra. Now, if you've not been familiar with mudras, I do have a video that explains the 101 of that. But mudras are just ways of holding your hands in order to direct energy flow into your mind. So you can think of them like yoga postures for the body. It's a posture for your fingers to direct that kind of energy in a certain direction as far as moving away perhaps from stress or anxious thoughts, and to bring about more energy into not only the body but the mind as well. So you can think of them also as how affirmations work as almost a medicine for the mind. It's the same type of idea of directing energy flow and allowing the body to focus inward. So Kalesvara Mudra is both middle fingers and the knuckles coming together. So the middle fingers touch, knuckles together, and then the thumbs are together to touch. Now this specific mudra is really important for calming the mind. So if you want to think about how boiling water kind of pushes everything up and it's all very hot in temperature, this mudra acts as like a calming, cooling energy. And as it cools the mind, it allows a little bit more separation in between thoughts. So if you think about when you're really stressed or anxious, not comparing the two separate experiences, but in those states, we tend to be really, a lot of thoughts layered on top of the next. This creates a little bit more space in between each thought, which allows us to calm and come down and cool the mind, bringing it into a space where there can be peace. So this mudra is really good if you have any habits that you're trying to break, as well as addictions. It also is really good for anxiety and stress existing separately. But if you're experiencing those things, this mudra is really powerful for creating a little bit of space, calming the mind, and allowing you to have a little bit more clarity of thought. So if you're looking for those things, I know I am for sure. This is a really great mudra to practice. They say for 10 to 20 minutes a day. Now before you turn off the video and just say like, no, thanks. You can do it a few different ways. Let's get into the mudra. We'll do it together here, and then I'll give you some tips on how to execute this really easily within your day, and maybe a couple tips for some meditation as well. So again, middle fingers, knuckles come together to touch, and then you've got your thumbs together. You're going to place this right into the sternum, and from here, you can leave it here if that's comfortable. This is the place for the mudra, but if you bring it down into your lap, I mean, it's gonna be still getting benefits, so don't feel like you're failing if you bring it down into the lap, but do know that the traditional mudra is to bring the thumbs into the sternum. From here, if you wanna close your eyes, if you're doing this with me, exhale out any stale air, let it go. Inhale in through the nose. Open mouth, exhale, release, let it out. Let's do that a few more times. Inhale in. Exhale, let it go. Inhale in, think about a golden light entering in through the body, absorbing that in. Exhale, that golden light grows a little bit brighter. Inhale in through the nose, golden light absorbing in muscles and bones and joints. Exhale, that color grows bright and vibrant. A couple more times. Inhale in through the nose, bright, light, washing through the cells of the body. And exhale, allowing that golden light to expand, grow bright and strong. One last inhale. Big exhale out of the mouth. Slowly begin to blink the eyes open, perhaps allow a little smile to cross your face. See if you can take the next maybe 120 seconds and do this for a little bit longer, or as long as it feels comfortable with your arms. Maybe you lay down and it becomes a little bit easier to have this position with the thumbs in the sternum. Either way, you can slowly begin to release. And remember that if this was a little bit hard for your hands, like it hurt a little bit and it's a little bit stressful for the fingers, know that the more you practice mudras, the easier that becomes on the hand. So it's like working out. If you haven't been working out for a while and you go right to the gym and run 20 miles, that's crazy. I mean, good for you if you can do that, but your body will not be used to that and it'll hurt or it won't be able to finish the task. The ability, or I don't want to say the goal, but the idea is to slowly stretch out the hands, slowly stretch out the mind, and get it more comfortable with one quiet space, but then also having the hands in certain positions. They say that the flexibility of your hands is also the flexibility of your mind. So you'll notice here, this isn't as flexible as the other ones. It's a little closer together. So I can work on that flexibility a little bit by doing even more mudras, even more hand stretches, hand type of yoga, to create a little bit more space, not only for my hands, but for my mind as well. So a good way to introduce this for a 10-20 minute day routine. And again, you can try this for a week. You can try this for 21 days to create a new habit. You can try this for any set amount of time that really resonates with you, to see if you can make it a little bit more, like a little further each time into the meditation or a little bit longer. It's really up to you. But they say the best benefits come from 10 to 20 minutes. So if you can, I would set a little timer, find some really relaxing binaural beats online, maybe the 432 frequency online if you Google that. YouTube has some really excellent music on there, and that helps to calm the mind as well by working with sound therapy. But if you look those up, you set a timer and you see how far you can get into it. You can use color therapy as well. So just like we did the golden light in our meditation, you can think about one color, the first one that pops into your brain, and you think about that color absorbing in through your tissue and deep down into your body. And perhaps like your shoulders or your stomach hurts today, you can think about that body part and that light going into that body part and infusing it with that color, allowing it to grow really bright and strong. And that helps have the mind something to play with, which is a really big part of meditation. Otherwise, if the brain has nothing to play with, it's going to go off and it's going to think about what you had for lunch today, what grocery shopping you need to do later, that kind of thing. But if you can bring the mind into something to play with, much like a child would, like you're trying to distract a child, that is kind of the same idea that you want to have. So those are a few suggestions for improved meditation to hold this as long as feels comfortable for you. Now, another way of sneaking this in would be to, when you're watching Netflix, when you are in the car or any type of transportation where you don't have to be driving. You wouldn't be driving, of course, if you were doing this mudra in the car, hopefully. But if you are the passenger in any sort of transportation, or perhaps you're waiting in line somewhere, or you're with a friend that knows that you're doing a mudra and isn't like, what are you doing? These are different ways that you can incorporate the mudra into your daily life. There are going to be some practitioners that say that's not the pure way of doing it, but I say practice however you're able to, start to slowly integrate it into your routine and see how you feel. Of course, these videos are available on YouTube to learn about the different mudras and different holistic ways of healing and different yoga routines and meditations. But I also include these in a part of my packages around things like how to do meditation and yoga for anxiety or depression, or for the chakra system, for example. But if you guys have any questions, please let me know. Leap of Faith Life online, and let me know how you've practiced it, how you're able to get this into your daily routine. I am so glad that you are here. Please know that you are valued, you are loved, and I am so glad that you are taking some time out to learn about things that are going to improve your insides, your health, your mental clarity. Thanks so much, and I'll see you guys next time. I don't know if this turned out. I think this kind of fell. We're just going to go with it, okay? Just sorry if it's distracting. Hello, and that was weird. Ooh, excuse me.